Yo, what's going on, guys? My days, man. What on earth has gone on there? Here's me being a little bit brave with the whole trying to stream on various platforms. I thought I'd add a little bit of spice to the stream, but you know what? It didn't work out accordingly. I don't understand what happened there, but I think I kind of do. I just needed to sort out the stream key, but whatever, man, whatever. So you got yourselves your boomer moment, ladies and gentlemen. You got yourselves your boomer moment. So there you go. It wouldn't be a stream without a good old test of the boomer ability, you know? Anyways, what's going on? How are we today? Is everyone all good? Now, I bet there's other people in another stream. I apologize sincerely, man. That is so bad. That is so bad. Looks like everything is going according to plan. Yeah, looks like we've got the live happening right now. I can't believe what happened, man. I'm gutted about that. I'm absolutely gutted. But hey, let me just get this shared off to the Discord, because I don't know if the Discord has actually had success in sharing it. No, it's not yet. So let's get this shared up. What's good, guys? Anyway, I hope everyone's doing pretty well today. We've got an interesting session to discuss, guys, so get this shared across the board. Here we go. All right, then. Let's get it to the Discord, man. Let's get some love down there. All right, then. And I'll address everyone accordingly. Oh, my God. I don't understand what happened there, man. Well, this is what you come for, innit? This is what it's about. The boomer moments. Those good old boomer moments. All right, then. Here we go. Let's get it over to Twitter. And do what we do best. Okay, then. That's shared across the board. Happy days. Yeah, that won't be happening again. Okay, then. So, who we got in the room today? What's going on? What is going on? Yes, Christopher Morgan. I am the boomer. I am the boomer. All right? And, it, you know, you guys love that. Discord just alerted. Happy days. Yeah, I can see that. All right, and so we all good. Let's get the party started, ladies and gentlemen. We got the New York session rolling out. Okay? So, is the music all good? Is sound check decent? Are we all favorable? Actually, I need to get this shared up to my guys in the Patreon. Okay, then. Ah, man. I'm so sorry, guys. This is just unbelievable. All right, let's roll out. Okay. Happy days. All right, then. So, yeah, Greg, it's a lot of things are coming into play, although, yeah, I'm just waiting for certain things to happen, bro. And, yeah, that's another story. But anyway, all right, then. So, let's get the charts up. And before we do, if you are new to the stream, my name is Tino, and I am infamous for my boomer moments, but more importantly, welcome to the Traders Reality channel, where we talk about how the market really works. Okay? Now, if you are new, make sure to like and subscribe, because we're going to take you on a journey today, which is going to help you understand why does price hold in certain zones and why does it move to the next. All right? So let's get rolling, guys. Welcome to the stream. So, before I continue, I put out a tweet earlier on Twitter. All right. Now, if you want to reach out to us on the socials and what have you, everything that you need is in the link to the description. Sorry, it's in the description of the video. Man, this is going to be an interesting live. Oh, God. All my words are all backwards. I'll probably start talking about stocks in a minute. Nothing related to crypto, but hey. But anyway, I put out a tweet earlier on talking about what altcoins did everybody want to see. All right, so I've got a list of coins that I'm going to be talking about, okay? But more importantly, we need to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum, All right. Now, the reason why I've come on today is because New York is infamous for establishing one of two things. They're either going to continue with the intention of price in in the UK, or we're going to see a reversal. Okay. Now, yes, I know. Okay, then. So let's have a conversation, guys, and look at what's been happening. So Bitcoin. Let's roll out to the 1 hour time frame. Now, the 1 hour time frame is and always will be the place that we like to determine exactly what cycle we are in. Now, for the past few days, guys, we have been stuck in this 5K range. Okay, 48 all the way down to, well, not 5K. Well, yeah, 3K range. All right, if we just consider this one right here. Okay, but this 3K range, they are building positions. Okay, whilst they're building positions, the alts have been making their moves. I mean, look at the best performers so far. Ava, what on earth is going on there? 25%, GRT, Elrond, Sol, Sushi. We seem to be seeing Sushi and Sol always holding the top spot. All right, they seem to be gaining quite a lot. And I'll be diving into the altcoins very shortly. Okay. Now, XRP is not dumping. No, I can't agree with you there. Now, we've been waiting for this cyclical move, this level 3 move, to show us the market maker's hand. Now, earlier in the week, or last week, we had this big pump to the upside, which would solidify the breakout of this level 3 consolidation here. However, they made another attempt at the high, and it looks like they formed what we understood to be an M formation, because the peak of the actual M on the second leg of the M was within the first leg. Now, if you watched the stream from a couple of days ago, all right, we were talking about potentially forming a head and shoulders zone. Okay, so we've got ourselves this area right here. Let me just get this moved over. Actually, let's extend that. Do that. So this is what may start to happen. Price may even try and come up towards this zone right here. Okay, and then if it doesn't stabilize and break out, then price may likely come back down and test these important zones in the chart. Now, it's been a while since we actually hit the 200 EMA. Okay, the last time we hit the 200 EMA was all the way down here, when they last started a W formation and we went into a cyclical move to the upside. All right. We haven't hit the 200 just yet. That doesn't count because it didn't touch it. This does, because you can see stopping volume candle right at the lows right here. The second leg of this W formation stayed within the first leg. That's a good sign. Now look at what price has done. Price has actually moved up and recovered more than 50% of the vector candle and come straight back. We are waiting for the key moving averages to cross over. When I say the key moving averages, I'm talking about momentum moving averages, which are the 5 and the 13 EMA. We are not out the woods until we see the 13 EMA cross over the 50 EMA. Now, where are we in light of the time? Well, New York is not fully open just yet. It's 8:45 in the morning. We are getting ready to see price show some very interesting behavior. The UK has actually made a move to the upside. Okay. Now, if New York comes in, we may see a little bit of a recovery and price comes back down to test and recover this previous vector candle. If not, then the next projected point of price will be to come and test this zone up here. All right. Now, it's by me simply saying it's going to go up here. That is not always going to be the case. We might even just see this behavior coming up and down, range, go sideways, not really doing much, and then break. We may even get a reversal in New York and then move back up again. Okay. As much as we would like to hope that price will just simply rise. All right. We have to factor in what is the market maker trying to make the retail trader think. Okay. So 15 more minutes until the next 1 hour candle. All right. If they hold above the 50 EMA because they formed a pattern below the 50 and at the 200 EMA on the hourly, which is the 4 hour 50 EMA. Let me bring that over to you so you can see. There it is. They tested the 50 right there. Now, the last time they came down, they didn't test the 50 there and they tested it all the way down here. Okay. Look at the notable volumes of candles in and around the 50 EMA showing intention that they favor higher prices. Price then comes up. Notable volume. They're buying on the dip. This is the market maker trapping the retail trader to buy on the dip. He gives them an opportunity to realize a return. Notable volume appearing at the highs. And then this candle, before it came down, it spiked up higher and committed more retail traders to step in and put more money down, set their stops and their liquidation points below, and then the market maker just spikes price down and he starts offloading his shorts, seeing a profit on the liquidation points of the guys who went long previously. Okay? Same thing happened here. We got trapped, we got induced, price comes all the way down, takes out all those points. Now, this bounce away from the 50 EMA, all right? In the next 15 minutes, we see a new 4-hour candle. All right. Well, this is on the perpetuals. On MT4, it's a different story. We've got another 18 more minutes until a new 4-hour candle starts. You can see the projection points that have been taken on Bitcoin. So every time you see a projection point hit, price always comes away from that zone because they've just released a ton of liquidity in that area. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is trading above its psychological low, which is a positive thing. Flip over to Ethereum. You can see she's actually hit the psychological high, which we were projecting from this morning with the Patreons. Okay. And it's now still trading above the 5 and the 13 EMA. So momentum would say that price is favoring higher prices. Okay. Now, at most, if New York steps in and induces a reversal, comes down to test the 5 and the 13 EMA holistically, then we should see a move back up towards the range daily high where we will see a bit of a retracement from that zone. All right. Flipping over to XRP, you can see the zones that XRP is working. We've got this pool of liquidity right here and up here for XRP to take. So it's really all down to what New York decides to do. Asia last night trapped the short sellers, took out previous pools of liquidity and moved price back up. The UK stepped in and they followed through with a stop hunt low and then they rose straight out. So they followed with the Asian session intention of marking up shorts and getting longs filled at lower prices. Remember, guys, this game is all about traps and I will say it to you all the time. All right, market maker is in the business of establishing traps. Okay, because he needs to commit people to the trades because he's the liquidity provider. He's the guy that provides the money. When you buy, he sells. Okay. So looking for not much liquidity on those candles. Yeah. Are you guys really buying the they theory? We got some new people in the stream. How many of you are new in the stream, guys? Please let me know. How many of you are new to this stream? I will always talk about the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frame. 90% of my work is done on the 1 hour time frame. Old one. Okay, then cool. Lovely to have you here, guys. Mad love and respect for passing through. Okay, so 10 more minutes until New York starts. All right. So in light of fractional disparity, guys, okay, it appears that they're moving the alts and holding the majors. And that is evident with the zone that we are witnessing right here. Okay. Now, once New York steps in, what are the chances of New York sending price higher and still holding price? Is it the altcoins that are just going to be making moves? Okay. New member, how you doing? What's going on? New people, still new Infinex. How you doing, bro? Yep. Got all the members in the channel. What's good, guys? Mad love to all of you. Wicked. Yes, boomer. Oh, man. All right. There's Alexander. Mad love to your name, bro. The they is super obvious when you look at any BART formation. BART formation? What's going on here? Ah, Frank Edge, I can't tell you that, my friend. I couldn't tell you that. All right, then. So let's just address a couple of things, right? People are now starting to throw comments about where they expect Bitcoin to go, okay? And people work on prices. They think 40K, 30K, 10K, whatever you want it to be. But you can't make no assumption until price shows you what it's doing, all right, and what it's going to do next, because that's what we're about. We're trying to work out what it's going to do next. All the information that we have, okay, is right in front of us, and it's all we can go by, all right? These wild predictions of price going to 70, 80, 90, well, until we break above 47,000, we ain't going nowhere, guys, all right? It's easy to just throw a prediction. The only thing that we can do is to focus on what are they actually doing. They've held this zone for quite some time right now. Why are they not breaking down? They had the opportunity to break down lower in the Asian session last night, but they didn't. They just spiked the 200 EMA, because do you know how many orders were placed below the 200 EMA on price breaking that zone? You know, there are many conventional strategies that will say if price breaks below a 200 or any moving average, place an order there and then hope that it goes in your favor. There are traders that trade like that. And look what happened. They spike below the 200 EMA and they send it straight back up. Why? Because someone had to be here to open a short, because the market maker had effectively fulfilled that obligation. He brings it back up and he hits all their liquidations and their stops. This is how things are brought in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And if you think that when price is rising, buyers are in control, and when price is dropping, sellers are in control, you are so far from the truth. Because the actual physical aspect of the marketplace can't operate like that. You can't buy if no one's selling, and you can't sell if no one's buying. So as long as price keeps rising, it means the market maker is marking up his sells. He's allowing people to buy because he's supplying the liquidity for them to open a position. Because when you want to realize a profit on your trade, what do? You're closing it and taking the liquidity from the order that has been matched against you. Where do you think your money goes when you close a trade? It doesn't disappear. It goes to the order that was initially set up against you. That's the equilibrium of price. You know, that's the nature of the game. It is always the market maker. He always moves price because he is the liquidity provider. No one else. You can have thousands of retail traders coming to the charts, getting ready to place orders. If there's no one on the other end to take those orders, who's in control? Ask yourself. You can't walk into a shop that has nothing inside and demand to buy everything. They've got nothing to sell. Likewise, you can't go to open a store or even an online store and not have anything to sell. That's the basis. This is the dynamics of the marketplace. This is how it works. And I've been trying to disprove this for a long time, and I can't, because it's the business model. Ali, the basis of the market makers themselves, okay? There are three market makers, all right? The guys in Asia, the guys in Europe, and the guys in the States. These three places in the world have a number of market makers, or should we say liquidity providers. They are the guys that fulfill the orders. They get all these algorithms and they program them to receive orders and they match liquidity to it. They make a commission off actually matching the order, and they also put their own orders against the retail traders as well. Retail traders are the average Joe, yeah? Institutional fund managers, hedge funds, insurance pools, governments, you name it, whales, they are all retail traders. There's smart money, there's dumb money. Now the question is, what do you want to follow? Do you want to follow the dumb money when price is making moves to the highs and always get caught out when price drops? Isn't it funny how every time you place a trade and your stop always gets hit and then price always goes in the direction you initially went in for? It's dumb money. The purpose of this stream, ladies and gentlemen, is to help you understand how to find these key points in the chart based on how the market maker induces traders to step in and commit their money. Why does price always turn at the highs? Why does it always pull back? Because they've trapped enough traders to the upside with the conviction that price is going to go higher. Look, this big green vector candle, you look at it and you think, yep, price is rising. Yes, it is. But this is how market makers set their shorts. They set them at the highest possible point. You don't go short at the lowest point. You go short from the highest point. Now, granted, you can go short when price is dropping because you're trying to catch momentum. At the same token, you can go long when price is rising because you're catching momentum. But if you're looking at building positions or you're trying to trade in line with the way the market maker trades, you're going to be doing the opposite of everything. So when price drops, you buy. When price is rising, you're setting up shorts with anticipation for price to come down at a later point. Let's look at this point in the chart. How could you have understood that? So if you were going short on this price movement to the upside, you are saying that you are anticipating price to come down, okay? So say you start building your shorts from here. Price is rising, you're adding more shorts. You see this big vector candle. You notice how price has now deviated away from the 5 and the 13 EMA. The 50 EMA is extended away from price. So we are pretty extended and we need to see a reversion back into the mean because this volatile movement to the upside needs to be regulated. They need to get retail traders committed back in again because there are a lot of retail traders that have missed out on this move. So the guys who have been sat in this move to the upside are doing one thing. They are not letting go. The only thing that's going to make them let go is if price moves against them aggressively. So big green vector candle to the upside. You've been building your shorts. You're hoping that price is going to drop. Then what happens? Price then makes one more pump to the upside. You look at that and you say it's consistent with a stop hunt rise. So market makers spike price up. You start adding more shorts there and then it aggressively comes down to the point of your entry right here. So if you add more shorts as it's rising, if you take a couple of losses here, if it doesn't go down completely to your entry point, you've made a killing from the move up here. That is market maker behavior, guys. That's how you mark up price and that's how you mark down price as well in light of the market makers behavior. Now, looking at what we're seeing in real time, market makers now are starting to make a move to the upside. They're holding the 50 EMA. Are we effectively seeing this behavior forming again? W formation, rise up. They break the 50 EMA and they're trying to hold it and then they continue away from it. Is that the same thing that's happening right here? So, notable volume at the lows. What information can we get from the chart that's going to tell us that they do favor higher prices? Well, we've got a previous pool of liquidity up here. You've got a pool of liquidity right here. And then you've also got the high for the week that we've been trying to break away from. Well, this is the high for the week itself. But we're trying to break away from this zone. And until Bitcoin does break that zone, we ain't going nowhere, guys. Okay? Yes, you need to change the settings. I'll do a video on that and help you get that done. Okay? So, let's look at Ethereum. Let me pull up Ethereum for you so we understand what's going on. Ether. Here we go. This is consistent, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a pattern. Price has come down. It's broken away. They've shifted out of the zone. Okay, Merlin, thank you very much. Where you been, brother? I hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. Yeah. So, notable volume steps out of the range. Now, remember, the reason why we've seen an aggressive candle out is because market makers have been bringing price down. The retail trader's been going short. Now, if he keeps traders going short, he's then obliged to fulfill that obligation, which means the retail trader's going to make money. And that's not what he's about. So he brings price back up and hits the stops from the retail trader who went short. He gives them one opportunity to go short again because they think that they're going to catch the continuation move to the downside. Then the next candle that precedes that during the UK brink session shifts price completely out of the zone and squashes all of the liquidity for the guys who went short previously. Look at how the vector candle has been fully recovered because that's where the market maker went long, right? He went long in that zone. Now, in light of the cycles themselves, ladies and gentlemen, if this W formation goes on to hold, we may be starting a new cyclical move to the upside. What we need to see is price to continue higher, retrace, which is what it's doing now, and continue further on and take out this previous zone of consolidation. All right, they've been building longs extensively in this zone. They've come down and hit it twice. And they haven't broken down. They had every opportunity to break price down in this area and they didn't do it. So what's causing them to hold? Now, with price now, here we go. We've got 2 o'clock. New York is now fully open. Violet candle right here is likely to get recovered and work the wick. Okay? Now, if they can't break higher, then this may be a stop hunt rise set up for price to drop down lower and retest the 200 EMA. So we need to wait and see. There are so many things that need to come into play for us to grant that this move is going to continue higher. The 5 and the 13 EMA need to be clearly broken away from the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. That's the first criteria, because in that instance, you are establishing momentum. And if you can see momentum coming in, they're simply just going to ride the 5 and 13 EMA to as however high they want to send price to. Just look at how it behaves when it's trending upwards. Look, break away from the zone. Wait for the 5 and the 13 EMA to cross over. Price comes up, 5 and 13 EMA expand. And then you're riding the contractions of the 5 and 13 EMA, because when price breaks below the 13 EMA, the next point is the 50. And usually when it breaks the 50, the 13 EMA crosses over it and then it drops, which is what happened here. Okay. Here's the recovery of that candlestick right there. They built a few longs in the lows and they're recovering back up, trying to take advantage of price going up by taking out the shorts for the guys who went short in this area. How unfortunate is it for those guys right now? Ethereum moving back up. All right. XRP on the second hand is doing exactly the same thing. It hasn't closed above the 50 EMA just yet, so we're not out the woods. The 5 and the 13 EMA are sort of trying to come back up. All right, we need to see that crossover, guys. If we don't see it, then there's no trade for us. And if there is a resistance of the 50 EMA, then it's likely that we're going to, we're going to be coming down towards these previous zones in the chart. Okay. Now that we've discussed the big three, we've established that they are effectively building positions. So what has the party been going on for? What am I saying? Where has the party started? It's the altcoins. So let's have a look. Ava. Can you check my question, please? What's your question? Peak formation. Where is it? Has anyone done a super chat and I missed it? No. What's your question? Peak formation. Write it again, bro. Write it again. Okay, then. Yeah, Mojo, W formation on dollar yen. That's what we're waiting for. So let's just have a look at these altcoins. So Ava, look at this, guys. What is the most obvious thing? For all the guys that have been in the stream with me for a while now, what do we like to see by the market makers? What is significant, okay, about the market makers? What do they like to roll in? What do the market makers like to roll in? Let me see. Who knows this? Well, there you go. Nicola, 3. There you go. 3 pushes to the upside. This is how they move out of zones, guys. Look at how this behavior right here, this W formation that we did a couple of nights ago. Okay, I'll check. I'll respond to you, peak formation. I will respond to you, my friend. So market makers push price out of a zone. They form the base pattern right here, okay, and they shift out of the zone. Naturally, we expect a bit of a retrace, okay? We are expecting a retrace because of how extended price is away from the moving averages. That is Ava for you right now. And if we drop onto the higher time frames, we're going to see a massive candle right there. That is crazy. Look at how well she's been trading. Perfect. That is beautiful. Look at that W formation shifting out of the zone. Look at what she's recovering. Let's zoom in and see the recovery right there. So these are the next zones. So we can pull up this high from here and this block right here. So we've got that pool of liquidity. We've got this pool of liquidity in that zone right there. And we are currently working this zone right here. Okay, look at that. Let's go straight to the chart and you can see bright as day. They've worked this pool of liquidity now. What happens whenever we hit a pool of liquidity? It always pulls back. That's what's happening right now. Okay, we're going to wait for them to rise, to retrace. Let me get that drawn up on the chart. This is on the 4 hourly as well, guys. All right, so we've got the rise. We're expecting the rise up, retrace, continuation to the next pool of liquidity. That's Ava for you right there. Okay, let's see what else there is. Let me just check Axis because people are going nuts on that. All right, here we go. Wow. 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 There is a perfect pattern right there for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Notable volume closes price above the 5 and the 13 EMA on the 4 hourly and the 50 EMA showing support. Okay, price rises up, retraces back towards the 50 but doesn't hit it. Continuation to the upside. Next pool of liquidity is $95 per share. Let me just zoom out and see where we are. Is that the right coin? I guess it is. No. That is the right coin, isn't it? AXS, yeah. Have I gone that right? I should be right. Axie, is it Axie? It is the right one. Yeah. I always get messed up with this one. But look at that. Continuously rising up. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. What else have we got? FTM. Let's have a look at FTM. People are talking about it. FTM is a good entry. You know what? That is very debatable about it being a good entry because you would effectively be buying in at the time the retail trader is stepping in. Granted, price can actually continue higher from this point. That's the name of the game. But you don't want to get caught up in trading too much volatility away from the moving averages. Ideally, I want to see price come back down to test the 5 and the 13 EMA for me to grant that this will be an opportunity for me to step in. So ideally, what you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, is a rise up, retrace, continuation up. For you to validate if price is going to continue higher, you want to see price stabilize in and around the 5 and the 13 EMA. Drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Look at what's going on. It's currently now at the 5 EMA, trying to show support. If now is a good time to place an entry on this coin right here, you want to see confirmation of price being moving away from the 5 and the 13 and the 5 expanding away as well. This is what you want to see. You see this? This gap right here, you want to see price moving away from the 5 and 13 EMA. That's what you want to see. What else is there? Soft entry. Why do so many think of an all or nothing? Yes, crypto moves. That is true. People need to avoid making the mistake of thinking that every trade that you open, it has to be all in or nothing. There is such a thing as taking another trade. When I place a trade, I'm always looking for the next trade opportunity. I'm trying my hardest to get out of the current trade that I have as quick as I can in profit so that I can start taking advantage of another move. That's a scalper's mindset. All right. If you're a swing trader, it's a different story. Sol. Let's have a look at Sol. See, here you go. Sol's starting to break down. Now, Sol has obviously been a bit of a mover to the upside, okay? But it's starting to break down. This is what you're looking for. 5 and 13 EMA have broken down. The next point of interest in the chart is the 50 EMA, all right? And reason being is because we've had this rise up, retrace, breakout, okay? But didn't really last that long. Now, price is likely to come down to recover this green vector candle at some point and potentially test its intention to break higher, okay? That is what we're waiting for with price right now on Sol, okay? Who else we got? BTT. Let's have a look at BTT. I mean, BitTorrent. Okay. Forming a pattern at and below the 50 EMA. Not really a great coin to be looking at. I mean, yeah, it has moved up higher, but it's a very small pattern. I don't really like looking at really cheap coins. As long as the volume's there, okay, but not really a great coin to be paying attention to right now. You want to be focusing on the coins that are making the big moves, okay? What's Zil saying? I've got time for Zil. Zilliqa. Here we go. Zilliqa doing decent. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Here is a perfect W formation. Vector candles to the left side of the chart. First leg holds at the 200 EMA. Look how they spiked the 200 EMA and induced traders to go short and brought price all the way back up again. W formation stays within the stays within the first leg of the W. They are now shifting out of the zone. Look at that spike up right there. That wick should, in essence, get filled again. All right. At some point, we will see that wick get fully recovered. Okay. Now, what else have we got? ADA. Let's have a look at ADA. ADA has been doing some very interesting things for us. Where is ADA? ADA USD. All right. ADA is pulling back, but she has been doing some big moves. Okay. Now, we've got to be careful with ADA, guys. This is ADA USD. I'm going to try and get on the Binance. Has that not been done? Where is it? Yeah, same thing. Okay, cool. All right, so they've come back down and recovered the previous pool of liquidity. Look at how the wick completely recovers that zone. If you look on the smaller time frame as well, when you come back to that wick zone right there, there's your vector candle. That's why it's come back. This is how you can get thrown off with the strategy, guys. Look, you see the 1 hour time frame right there and a red vector candle, but there's a wick right there. What's within the wick? Dive down to the smaller time frames and you will see you've got vector candle right there. Okay, dive even further into the candles. You can see clear as day. Where is it? You've got no vectors at that point. I'm not going to go down to the 1 minute time frame, but the 15-minute time frame actually showed the vectors in that zone. There it is right there. Brought price down, and then you've got stopping volume candle right there. They've induced traders to go short again on ADA, and this may be an opportunity for them to actually continue back up. If they don't continue back up, we will then see the 5 and the 13 EMA start to expand, and then they will be dropping price to retest this zone and potentially break lower, which will take us towards this next area of liquidity in the chart, which is this zone right here. All right. Now, if we do get to that point in the chart, the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame will edge up higher and finish in this zone right here, which is the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame. Now, we haven't touched the 200 EMA in a long time. So ideally, what they're going to try and do is they're going to try and contain price in this zone to effectively move up the moving average so that it doesn't be, so it's not so volatile, retrace price back into this zone and then make a bounce from that area, from this area right here with the 200 EMA matching up to it. Okay, because as much as price does deviate back to the moving averages, if we were to see price from this point here drop all the way down to the 200, that would just be a complete annihilation of all the trades. They can't do that. They will throw the marketplace off unless there's some crazy news coming out. Okay, BNB. Let's have a look at BNB. BNB's been doing very well. Where are you? BNB USDT. God, BNB was like $200 not so long ago, man. Look at that. Beautiful run up by BNB. Absolutely perfect. Now, the thing is with BNB, guys, we've got ourselves, in essence, an M formation at the highs. That's only if this vector candle doesn't get recovered. The 5 and the 13 EMA are edging upwards, all right? We want to see price move higher, all right? But what we need to pay attention to, we just got to keep an eye on the coins that are actually moving in the altcoins, all right? It's evident that Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum, just look at what they're doing. They're not really doing much, okay? We've got 15 minutes until the New York session comes into play. Flipping over onto MT4, you can see clearly that the Brinks box itself for the US session is in full swing. So we are witnessing a manipulation period right here. The most that they'll bring this price down to is to recover this green vector candle for today's session, which would initiate the Brinks box stop hunt rise and then stop hunt low and then rise back up. So in essence, this is what we are looking for on the Brinks. We're looking for price to come back down. Let me get that there. Price comes down. Once it goes down, it then starts to pin the lows and then it should come up and then make another bit of a retrace, test the intention, and then by the time New York fully goes into swing, we should see price come back up there. If they can't achieve that whilst this is all happening, the 5 and the 13 EMA, if they break down lower, then we will be waiting for the retrace back up to the 50 EMA, because the 5 and the 13 EMA would have broken the 50 and price would have closed below the 50. Wait for price to retest the 50 EMA to see intention, and then it should break down lower. The daily open is likely to get tested again. Look at that. Look at how aggressive that is. New York, man, means business. This is why you see aggressive behavior in New York, because they are setting up traps. They are getting retail traders caught out. Just look at what is going on with price right now. Red vector candle on the 5-minute time frame. I'll be surprised. There you go. Happy days. Just by looking at that right there. Red vector candle forming the lows of New York. This is where they are effectively buying. Right now, they are buying. They are adding to their positions. And they're inducing traders to go short. Look what they've done. They've just broken the psychological low. They've hit the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. There are so many traders trading off that basis. This candle should recover back up and then pull back down again, set up the trap for the Brinks box, and then when New York fully rolls out at half past, which is in 15 minutes time, we will then see New York's intention. Man, I need a drink. Psychological levels are established at the start of each trading week. In cryptocurrency, it's on a Saturday, Sunday. All right. Let's have a look at a couple of more altcoins. So, who just said that? Let me have a look. Yeah, Sunday night. That's it. Okay. Someone just gave me one. Let me just have a look. Matic. Let's have a look at Matic. I know Matic's been moving. Where is Matic? There we go. Not that much activity by Matic, but here we go. Notable volume shifting out of the zone. This is where you need to pay attention to the vectors. If vectors appear at the highs, all right, and they're gaining ground against nothing else, well, they're gaining ground against previous pools of liquidity that happened a while ago, all right, this will be a fake move. Look what's happened. Now that you're seeing vector candles right here, they're coming out of the zone. So now they're starting a markup phase. How long is this markup phase going to last? This is what we're waiting to see. As long as the 5 and the 13 EMA are trading above price and they are above the 50 EMA, excuse me, as long as they're above the 50 EMA, then happy days. All right, cool. All right, let's do some housekeeping. If you are new to the stream, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, okay, and show some love. That's what we do in this stream. It's all about sharing the love with everybody, man. Thank you for everyone who is passing. Man, what is going on today? Oh, my God. I can't even talk straight, man. I can't even talk properly. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm going to go back to typing on the screen, guys. What do you think? Think that should happen? Coty, let's have a look at Coty. What's that doing? Nice move out. There you go. Nice move out to the upside. See, this is what you want to see, guys. This is what I've been waiting for Bitcoin and Ethereum to just do. Look at this consolidation zone right here. All right, building the longs, hitting the lows, red candle, green candle formation, shifting up, trapping the longs one more time so that they can get more longs filled at lower prices on the market makers aspect. 2 stopping volume candles, shifting out of the zone, rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. Hit a previous pool of liquidity, now they're pulling back. If we look back and see that previous pool of liquidity, look left, and you should see some vector candles in this area. Drop down a time frame. Where are we? Here we are. So move forward and see what we've got. Let's have a look. Oh God, here we go. Look at that, guys. Look at what they've just come and recovered and pulled back from. That's where price is right now. They've just hit that previous pool of liquidity. This will mean that this next 2 zones up here, next zone here, are the next pools of liquidity. So we expect a retrace from this zone so they can set up price to move higher yet again. All right. All right. How is a pool of liquidity defined? Great question. Okay, so with this strategy itself, a pool of liquidity is an area in the chart where the market makers had started their intention. So this is a pool of liquidity. Now remember, this strategy, the hybrid system, is always going to challenge conventional wisdom of trading. When retail traders look at this candlestick right here, they see a bullish pattern. Price is moving up. Yes, that is true. But the way we understand how the market maker works, this is the market maker marking up price. So he's preparing shorts. Okay? He does it from the highest possible point in this zone. At the same time, he's closing his longs. See, green candles and red candles and the vectors themselves as pools of liquidity. It's easy to assume that some price is going to come back to that point in the chart at some point later on. But you can see that's happened right here. But within this candle, they are building shorts and closing longs at the same time. Building longs and closing shorts at the same time. The way they see profit is by tapping into the previous pools of liquidity of the retail trader who had initially set his stops and liquidation points as price is rising. They can only take advantage of those pools if they bring price the other direction and set up their orders against the retail trader. So a pool of liquidity is a previous pool in the chart where the market maker had built his positions, and the likelihood of price coming back to that zone, okay, is where we as traders are trying to exploit the continuation from that area. So for example, you see this green vector candle right here, you're understanding that they're going to be sending price back to that point at some point later on, okay? So they move price higher, and then they break it down. Stopping volume right here. Market makers manipulated the zone, and then they brought price all the way back down and recovered all of that previous order right there. Now, a vector candle is based on tick volume. How often does price change hands? It's not based on whole volume. It's based on how often it changes hands. Now, if price is changing hands aggressively in this area, okay, they're marking up their shorts. If price is exchanging hands aggressively in this area, but it doesn't finish higher, but there is aggression in that area, that's telling me the market maker is getting ready to offload his shorts. He's just inducing the retail trader to believe that price is going to continue higher, and he wants him to get committed in that zone. Look at the wick. Someone went long there. So in order for them to go long, they brought, and the market maker sold. They brought price back down. Next candle gave that retail trader hope that his trade was going to continue higher, but the market maker didn't give him that satisfaction and snapped price all the way back down because that hopeful trader up here set his stop losses down here. He told the market maker where his dead money's at, and the market maker goes there, takes that money to close his shorts that he'd been building on the way up. That is effectively the business model of trading. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at where we are right now in the chart. Bitcoin is still positive for the day. Let me just move that across there. Here we go. There you go. This is what we're expecting. Retrace back down into the New York Brinks, recovering the vector candle. That's standard. What they do at this point is critical. Look, the 5 and the 13 EMA are yet to try and break over. It's very important. Very important that you sit tight and wait. Because for you to validate a break to the downside, price will need to break below this 200 EMA. And even then, if price does break below the 200 EMA in that area, they may be doing exactly the same thing that they did down here, where they tap the liquidity and then they move away from it, getting retail traders to commit to going short in this area. Okay? We are now in patterns, ladies and gentlemen. Based patterns. Right. Someone has sent me. Here we go. We've got a couple of super chats here. Okay. Doggish Doge. Did you see that Daddy Dogecoin set a new crypto record for being the first crypto in outer space after Elon Musk said Daddy Doge to Mars? Now they're going to Everest. Red Bull of crypto. Thoughts? Pfft, didn't even know about that, bro. I did not know about that. How has that affected Dogecoin? Well, where's Dogecoin right now? I mean, if my coin was getting sent to the moon, I'd be pretty optimistical about that. And they're not doing anything. Or are they? If they're holding price and all this news has come out, they're preparing for something. Stumbledore. Market makers like to roll around in pools of liquidity, going long in their favorite shorts. Thanks for the repetition, bro. That is funny. Typical that you said that. Rolling around in pools of liquidity in their shorts. I like that, bro. Give you mad credit for that, bro. I didn't even think of that, man. He's just shilling a meme coin to you and the audience. Ah, you mad? Ah, man. Sorry if, yeah, that wasn't, I'm not shilling Dogecoin, man. Please bear with. That is not what I do. You know, that is not what I do. So, yes. Any chance for the Afghanistan news to affect the markets? Let's have a conversation. This is where you come. If you want to know if the news in Afghanistan is going to affect the markets, you come to gold. All right? This is where you're going to understand if investors are scared. Are they scared of what's happening in Afghanistan? Gold seems to be rising. Yes, we do have other pools of liquidity. All right. But with regards to what's happening in Afghanistan, look at the currencies because they're going to absorb that information beforehand. All right. Looking at dollar yen, holding a W formation. This is the first leg up. I'm waiting for the retrace back towards the 50 EMA. Okay. And then that should bring price back down again to base in anticipation for Wednesday midweek reversal to the upside. Okay. That's what I'm waiting for with dollar yen. In essence, there's nothing yet ready for dollar yen. So that's why I'm just playing and, playing the cards right and just waiting for them to show their hand. Gold is pulling back. So it looks like things are optimistical. But considering what's going on in Afghanistan, it looks like that they've absorbed that and they've moved gold higher. But gold was rising anyway. So it may kind of get dismissed. Okay. But just keep an eye out on price in the meantime. All right. Cool. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Ava's still performing very well. Everything looks like it's now pulling back. All right. So Ethereum has actually shown support on the 5 and 13 EMA. Bitcoin is sort of doing the same. Well, it's stuck within the 5 and the 13 EMA. It's just a waiting game now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Waiting now. 4 more minutes until the New York futures come in. This is quite concerning for XRP. They are testing the psychological low at the zone. Let me just pull up that key level right there for XRP. So they are below the psychological low. Okay, we are in the brinks, but we are at the daily open near enough for XRP. So we need to wait and see what happens when New York rolls in completely in light of the actual futures markets. Okay. All right, then. Cool. Yes, be sure to like, guys. Like the stream. It does help with the algorithm. I rarely ask for likes. Well, I did say earlier on like and subscribe, but that's just so you get a notification for when I go live again. So don't worry about that. Yeah. AXS, CTK, massive moves today. Let's have a look. Let's look at CTK. CTK Teverus, here we go. Yeah, big moves. Market maker movement. 1, 2, 3 pushes to the upside. I'm expecting retraces, guys. That's all there is to it. We're expecting a retrace. New York futures are about to roll out. I'm expecting the retrace to happen. That's what we are ideally looking for. My days, man. What is going on? I ain't even getting my speech right. I'm going to sort something out. Let's have a look at Luna for a second. Luna Terrace coin. Okay. Oh, yep. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Love that. Staying within the 5 and the 13 EMA. Notice how price now is just stabilizing before the futures market opens. All right. We are now in the biggest pool of liquidity across the world. Do you understand that? What I'm saying is European markets are open. The US market is nearly fully open with the futures. There is massive money hitting exchanges across the world right now. In 2 minutes time, we're going to know where New York stands. And remember, when the US finishes, guys, all right, if you look in the past, when the US finishes, when the London session finishes, okay, we usually see the intention by New York. So look at this. New York session drops price. They induce a reversal at the lows on the close of the UK session. And then they shift out of the zone, base a pattern in the Asian session and shift up. Okay. Nice W formation right there on XRP. And look at what happened. It just went to the sky. All right. The gap got filled over the weekend. That was happy days. Caught a couple of shorts on that. Brilliant movements. Okay. Now we're waiting for New York to roll in. Once New York opens, it's all happy days. Let's have a look. Do I think Litecoin is going to have its day in the sun? It depends. It depends on Litecoin. Litecoin usually tends to move before Ethereum does. So let's look at Litecoin. Here we go. Look at that. Boring zones. Nothing's happening. It's all the altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. It's the altcoins that are making the movements. PFC. Hi, can you explain when I use $100 USD on 10x leverage, why isn't my profit, for example, if I'm up 10%, 100 USD, it says I'm $10 up, like I'm not using any leverage. Anyone help? You're gonna have to, someone else gonna have to help you out on that. Is that a Binance thing? Yeah. About liquidity pools, how you know it isn't already a recovered candle? How do we know it's not a recovered candle? Great question. Here we go. Okay. It is a recovered candle. This candle recovered this candle. Okay. This candle has been recovered. Look left, look right. So look at what's going on here. This candle gets recovered by this candle. This candle is recovered by this candle. This candle is recovering this candle. Because inside of these candlesticks, there are two orders. There are longs and shorts. Longs and shorts. All right? Longs and shorts. That's how they're able to get the liquidity. That's how they can commit enough money in this zone, because they are trapping traders. They are marking up their shorts at the highest possible point. They start to offload those zones because retail traders are stuck in their minds that price is going to continue higher. Retail traders don't pay themselves. That's why you see the statistics on Binance on how many accounts get wrecked. You know, that web page where you're seeing all the accounts getting wrecked in the millions, because traders aren't paying themselves, man. They get into a trade and then they just hope it's going to go to the moon, because that's the culture of cryptocurrency. You buy a coin at such a cheap amount, and then at some point it's going to rise up to like $2-3, and you brought like 1 million of them and you are laughing. All right? Retail traders have that sort of mentality every time they come to the charts. That's why they keep their positions open and their liquidations get hit all the time, which is why market makers always send price back down every time they move price up. Because retail traders show their stops, show their liquidations, or they don't have wide enough liquidations. You know? So that's the basis of it all, ladies and gentlemen. You know? That's all I can say to you about how the market makers move price. All right? Don't get caught up. Okay? Don't get caught up in trying to understand everything about how they move price, because all you've got is what they're doing right now. Understand the following. Okay? There are 3 concepts to the hybrid system: timing, repeatable patterns, and notable candlesticks. Repeatable patterns. W formation. All right. Take the word timing. Where are you likely to enter a trade if you are looking to try and grab this pattern playing out? Okay. What pattern is it? W formation. Where is it appearing? Below a moving average. What moving average is it holding against? The 200. When was the last time we hit the 200 EMA? We haven't. It's been a while yet. So that is where we are seeing true intention by the market makers to hold price in this zone to break higher or collapse down. All right. Notable candlesticks, stopping volume. This was a stopping volume candle, okay, on MT4. But look, notable volume, spike price up, retrace, continuation to the upside. This is how they bring things into the fray, ladies and gentlemen. This is how they make traders open trades and close trades. All right. Go look in various YouTube channels when they're live, and just go in the chat. You'll see a trader that will say, I just went long. I closed my short and I went long instead. Now imagine how many thousands of traders are doing that, because they come to the chart and they trade exclusively off indicators and signals that are provided, okay, that are not in line with the business model of the market maker. Right? Conventional wisdom says that this is a bullish candle to the upside. Everyone goes long. The market maker gives them that ability to see a bit of profit, and then they snap it back. But as traders of the hybrid system, we understand when we see a W formation, we are expecting a move out. And what happens every time price comes away from a W formation? It always has to pull back. It's the first retrace. Wait for the first retrace when price makes a move away from a zone. You know? That's how you do it. That is exactly how it's done, man. Why retailer don't have this type of knowledge? Because The reason why retail traders don't have this type of knowledge is because it's been thrown in their face. What does the retail trader focus more of? He focuses more on making money rather than the process that is required to make money. Which is why I will tell you every single day, guys, focus on execution, because there's only one thing that can happen is you can make money if your execution is correct. So you don't need to worry about making money if you're focusing on the execution. Yeah? That's the nature of the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works. All right? I'm going to end the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We've come into the New York session now. Things are going to start getting interesting now. My advice to you is this. Pay attention to what price is doing right now. Okay? Pay attention to the 5 and the 13 EMA across whatever coin you are trading. Let them show you their hand, because you're going to catch the move. You won't miss out. You're going to catch the move if you let them reveal it to you. Don't get caught up in the retail trader behavior. Oh, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Okay? Let them show their hand. There is a process behind what they do, because they have to exploit fear and greed. And fear and greed are the only indicators you need in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, everything else is just a waste of time. You understand the business model. You understand that in order for them to move price higher, they need to encourage people to buy, which means they are selling. Likewise, when price is dropping down, they encourage people to go short and they are buying. Okay? Be sure to like and subscribe, because I will be going live tonight again at 10 p.m. All right. And I go lives in the evening at 10 p.m. GMT to summarize the day's events and see how the day has played out. Okay. Mad love and respect to everybody that's passing through. Go and have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm going to go and get my daughter and I'm going to go kick back with her for a bit. And then we'll be having a conversation later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Mad love and respect to all of you. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit. Man, I hesitated there. I hesitated so bad there. I can't believe. Today has been the best of all boomer sessions. Okay? So you can thank me later on for those gracious boomer moments. All right? I hope someone's getting all these boomer moments, man, because they are priceless. I don't do it on purpose. Look, I can't even speak. Listen, I'm out of here, man. Peace.